Today, I'll show you some of my $7,000 EDC, everyday carry. All the things I bring with me anywhere I go every single day. So let's get started with the number one thing that all of us have with us no matter where we go, and that's the phone. This is the iPhone 16 Pro. I updated to this phone after using the iPhone 11 Pro Max for 5 years, I believe. So I'm the type of person that rarely upgrades their phone. I definitely don't upgrade every single year. I find that absolutely pointless. I'm currently rocking a Rebel case, which is super comfortable. It has that protection, it's rubberized. It has the corners sticking out a little bit, so if you drop the phone on its face, it's not going to break. And it has that really cool look, kind of like carbon fiber on the back, that I'm a big fan of. Now, the next thing I have with me every single day, no matter where I go, is my iPad 11-inch M4 Pro. Now this, I dropped my pencil. This is a device that I recently picked up once again, just before the M5 came out. But I don't care about that because the performance is super good. And I actually can replace my MacBook or my laptop with this for pretty much 90% of the work that I do besides editing. I bring my iPad with me and I can do so much work with it and relax, use it for media consumption, use it for notes, for planning, for scheduling videos, for editing my thumbnails, or pretty much anything that you can do besides the editing part of the videos that I post here on YouTube and also on Instagram and other social media platforms. Now the next thing is my computer. This is the M1 Max MacBook Pro 16-inch that I have. It's still holding super strong. I'm editing so much footage, 4K, 6K, even 8K footage on it, and it's not skipping a beat. It's that good. The M1 Max chip is just amazing, and so many years later it's still doing fantastic. The next thing which I carry with me or on me is this Ultrahuman Ring Air. This is a huge necessity for me, as I believe we should all kind of track our health and progress if we do some sports or if we just want to see how healthy we are. We have a lot of information coming out of this ring through the app. Now this ring has a battery life of about 4 to 5 days, depending on how much you use it and depending on how many notifications you have enabled and how much syncing you are doing with your phone. But for the most part, I get about 4 days of battery life from this super tiny ring, which is also super lightweight and you don't really feel it on your finger. I use it on my index finger, and this is where it's the optimal position for this ring to gather the most accurate data, as Ultrahuman suggests. And this gives you so much information about your day-to-day life, about how much sleep you're getting, how many steps you're doing, how your health is doing, what's your cardio age. And I'm not the biggest fan of using a smartwatch, as you will see from my next item. I don't use smartwatches anymore. I used to, but now I just prefer to have this. Now the watch that I use is this Casio G-Shock watch. I have received so many compliments about this watch, as it really looks like an AP Royal Oak, or at least it resembles. I know it's not the same thing. I am pretty much aware of this. It just has that mix between elegance and sportiness. So this is my main watch. I have a couple of other ones that I just use from time to time, but this is my watch that I use on a daily basis. It's a cheap watch, nothing fancy, nothing like expensive, but I just love the look and the feel of this watch, and that's why I have it with me. And also the reason why I don't wear a smartwatch on my wrist. I just don't like swapping watches all the time. The next thing that I have with me is my PunCube Mech wallet. Now this is a new addition to my EDC, and this is a super portable wallet that has your cards that you can easily access by just playing with them like a fidget spinner. It kind of acts the same way, so you can constantly play with it and get your cards. You can put a lot of cards, I believe 7 to 8 cards might be able to fit in that little slot. And I'm using also the bifold extension here that allows you to open this like a like a small wallet to have some cash. If you're not a fan of this, you can also remove the bifold extension and just use the included money clip that's on the back. That makes it a little bit more slim. Really big fan of the materials, the look of the PunCube Mac wallet, and most importantly, this mechanism to open and close the compartment that holds the cards. Now, the next thing I have are those small things here. A card reader. This is a anti-gravity card reader that has two different ports. We have a USB-C port and a lighting port with a small micro SD card slot here that you can easily connect to all of your devices. The next thing I have is this Radio Master flashlight. It's super compact, but it's also quite powerful in my opinion. I usually use my phone's flashlight, but if I need something else, I have it right here. Next, I have my two cameras that I bring with me every single day, no matter where I go. Besides my phone, I have my Osmo Nano, which, as the name suggests, is very small. You guys have seen it on my channel. I have a full review on this camera, and I love the fact that this camera is so tiny. It has the display here, the display module that you can easily detach from the camera, and since the camera is magnetic, you can easily attach it to pretty much anything you like. And also those two attachments. So this is a like a suction cup mount that I can use in my car, for example, and this is a hat clip. This is how I can easily attach the camera to my hat and get those POV shots. The next camera I have is a 360 camera, the DJI Osmo 360. Since the form factor is so nice and this easily fits in my backpack, I have decided to also have it with me in case I need less traditional shots, if I can say that. The next thing I usually have with me at all times are those earbuds. These are headphones that I recently picked up and I have used them just a couple of times, but I got them because I want to have them with me while I'm running. I usually use bigger headphones when I'm editing or when I'm listening to music, but for running, I prefer to have small earbuds that are a little bit more lightweight. These actually stay in my ears a lot better as opposed to the original AirPods because of those tips. They're super comfortable, and also you have quite a lot of customization from the app, which I'm a big fan of in terms of noise cancellation, in terms of how much bass you want, equalizer, things that you can easily access via the app and just customize to your liking. You have this button here that you can also use to, you can set it up to be whatever you want, but I have set it to change the volume of my music. Now the next thing I have here is the Card Reader Pro by Freewell, and this is a great product because it has so many things going on all at once. So this is where I store most of my cards. So if I know I will be heading out for a shoot, I want to be prepared, I want to have extra SD cards, I know that they are here. And most importantly, when I want to quickly connect to one of my devices and maybe transfer some files or access those files, it has a built-in USB-C cable that you can easily connect to with your phone, your iPad, your computer, whatever you want. Once I have this in my backpack, I'm good to go and I can record as much as I want. One more thing is my Leatherman Wave knife. This is a pocket knife with a lot of additional tools. This is a gift from my father. He has used it for a couple of years, and this is extremely valuable for me, not just because of the product itself. It is super handy to have, but also, you know, the emotional value is a lot higher than any other of the products here on this table. So this is something that I have with me every single day as well. And I use it quite a lot, not only for packages, but you'll be surprised how many times per day you need something sharp, or you need a small screwdriver, or you need even some pliers to do something. So once you have this, it's impossible to leave it at home and not use it, because you will be missing out. Finally, something that I carry with me is my DJI Mic 3. So I'm currently using that to record my video, but this is what I carry with me every single day, because sometimes you need to record some audio without any video, just the audio part, and this is great. Of course, this can also easily connect to my Osmo Nano to the Osmo 360, to pretty much all the devices wirelessly. And I use it for recording my YouTube videos. I use it to record standalone audio for some sound effects here and there. So this is a must-have product for me. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video that is a little bit different than the usual, but I really enjoyed it and I wanted to kind of create something that hopefully gives you some inspiration, some ideas about your personal EDC that you can upgrade or maybe, you know, customize a little bit with some of these products. I'll link them all below in the description. Let me know if you have any questions, and thank you so much for watching all the way through. I'll catch you in the next one very, very soon. Ciao.